we are potentially redoing an awful lot of the U.S. economy almost on the fly, and we're not sure exactly what it is. So almost in the 11th hour, we've had this proposal come up now that, okay, if we don't get the growth, then we'll just increase the taxes again automatically. What sort of uncertainty does that insert into the economy?
Well, that simply means that if you get anywhere close to a recession, you're guaranteed to have a deeper recession than you would have had otherwise. From a fiscal policy making standpoint, that's the most insane thing that you can implement, and I guess we are going to do some part of that. The overall tax proposal, I think the net impact of that, we'll probably get a one-time pop. We got one yesterday as the probabilities increase in terms of the equity market. But in terms of changing the growth trajectory of the U.S. economy, for that, investments have to pick up, productivity has to pick up, labor growth has to pick up. None of that happens with the current proposal. So we'll get a one-time pop, but materially we are still in the same regime.
How big a pop? Material?
Well, yes. I mean, if you cut taxes by 10 percentage points or 15 percentage points, you are going to get a material pop. But that doesn't change the trajectory of the market. It's just one-off as you adjust, and then we are back to whatever earnings growth are going to be.
Krishna, how do we solve the following dilemma? Why all politicians don't understand counter-cyclical fiscal policy? When are we going to really address this in the United States?
Well, again, there's no reason from a political standpoint to try to address that in the middle of a synchronized boom. On the other hand, when we do get to a recession, and eventually we will, the policymakers have been pretty adroit at addressing those issues. The 2008 recession was a good example. We had implemented lots of policies, and the deficit was as much as 8-9% at that time, and everybody was copacetic.
But Krishna, it just feels like everyone's a perma-Keynesian so long as they're in power, and then when they're out of power, they start thinking about the counter-cyclical approach of all of this.
Yes, again, this is politics. They want to pass a tax package. And if there's going to be a roadblock, they're going to find ways of addressing that roadblock. It's really simple politics. It has nothing to do with policy, fiscal policy making. Right.